right now. I am very tired, but I really wanted to do a drawing stream. I haven't done one in a while, and I was in a mood for it, so you know what? Here we are. Anyway, hope you all are doing well. I'm certainly doing alright at the moment. I'm not one to usually draw, like, cars and shit, but, as some of you were aware of, I played Crazy Taxi last week, and legitimately, right after I played it, I talked about how there was a 4th game in the works, and how I didn't think it was coming out for a while. And then what happens? Sega announces the 4th game. So I was like, uh-oh, I gotta make something. You know me. I love to shill for my favorite company. That's what I love to do. I do. I do. Sega, please. Please, I'll be an ambassador. I'll be the ambassador. I'll be the ambassador of gooning. No, I'm kidding. Jeez. It is late. Yeah, but, we're back. We're out here. I don't know really why I started this stream so late. I just was sitting on my couch chilling. I had intended to stream earlier, but I was just like, you know what? Because I know I'm gonna have to start looking for starting a summer class if I want to take one of those soon, and I gotta do a bunch of other stuff. I've just been kind of like enjoying the fact that I can chill for a few minutes here and there. You know, that's the funny thing about life. You don't often get to chill. Chilling, it's not something you get to do much as an adult. And what do I know? I'm barely even an adult. And that's a fact. Jack. It's a fact, Jack. I think that's a saying. I don't know how cars work. I don't know how to... I've never been a big vehicle drawer. So we're just gonna kind of wing this as we go. But I always I had this idea in my head anyway for Crazy Taxi for a piece. And I wanted to do it. With my favorite Crazy Taxi character, I play Gus, okay? Because he reminds me of a manager I have at work who's really nice, that I like. His name is, well, I'm not gonna dox the guy. I was about to. Jeez, that was bad. I didn't. But, yeah, he's cool. Love that guy. He's the best. But me and, Jordan, not Jordan Goodman. I always have to say that. Kind of reminds me of when I was in high school, but that's a story for another minute. There was a small period of time where my buddy Jordan worked with me, where I work now. And while we were working together, he met an illustrious one of our managers, who he was like, dude, that guy's super chill. And then we were playing Crazy Taxi together, and we sort of each were like picking our characters out. And I picked this guy because he reminded me of our manager. And I thought that was pretty neat. I always gotta stress the difference between like Jordan Goodman and Jordan, my friend, from like Life. Like it's a Super Smash Brothers thing, like it's a crossover character. Jordan from Life. Anyway, point being, oh well, that's not a bad silhouette. It's a good starting point. I can work with it. I'm just trying to get all the major details down, like blocked out, so that I can... That's too big. Damn it. What did you say about me? No, I was saying it's kind of funny how now I have to... Wow, you're up late. How I have to make the distinction now where I'm like, well, there's two Jordans. So if I tell a story about you, I have to say, well, it's Jordan from chat. That was funny. I just think that that's funny in my head. Because I'm like, you know, it's funny how life works out where you're just like, oh, yeah, shit. Also, hey, what's up? Carne asada. We're just out here doing some work, making some things, as you do. Hope your start to your summer is going well. It is the start of summer, unfortunately. Look, I know everybody and their mother loves summer. I'm not one of those people. Unfortunately, I am not one of them. So, because I work in an environment that gets very hot very easily. And so, I just don't like it. I'm not a big summer guy. More of a cool breeze kind of guy. I like spring, and I like fall. Fall and spring are great. Summer? Not it, chief. Earlier, I was in a live stream just talking Elastigirl, Mai from Fatal Fury, Chun-Li, and many other queens. That's based. Dude, that's hella based. Let's see if I can throw one out there. Many of the women from the Dead or Alive franchise are also certified bangers. I'm not even gonna lie. And I know bangers. If you want my professional opinion, anyway. But that does sound fun. Who's stream? Is it like a VTuber or like a who we talking here? Who we edging? Who we gooning? What other streamer are you talking about goon material to? Just setting up our lines of action here. And if you notice my head in the corner, it's because I literally was about to go look for reference material for this drawing, and then I was like, wait a second, I streamed this game last week. I bet I went down the path I wanted to draw. And then I found the exact moment in the video where I did, and I was like, I mean, I can infer for this building over here. I can infer what the top of it looks like. Who cares? Do you guys care? I don't think you care. Anyway. Oh, wait, wrong tool. No, we don't want to do that yet. And then we want to get the road lines here. Who knows, maybe this will be a thumbnail for something in the future. Would certainly make my life a lot easier to be able to just be like, hey, I'm making a Crazy Taxi video. Ta-da, here's the thumbnail, don't even have to make it. A VTuber named Balua VT. Well, shout out to them. Housing my boy. Boy. Read it, boy. Love Kratos. I gotta play God of War 4 soon. I gotta do that. I played 1, 2, and 3. I gotta play 4. Although, a part of me now wants to play the PSP ones on stream because I do have them, but obviously you can't play a fucking handheld on stream, so I don't know how one would achieve such a result. But I could probably pull it off. If anyone could figure it out, it'd be me. Oh, a 5-stream streak. Impossible. Okay, well, if I can do that side perfect, I can... Brother. Scar. Brother. Help me. Long live the Gouda. Anyway. Yeah, I'm just working some stuff out. I've been very tired lately. Very, very tired. So much ice that they started calling me Freezeland. What the... I've heard that before. Where have I heard that before? Have we been here before? Oh my god, this is happening again. I'm insane. From Earth. He means a Saiyan. Right. Oh, dude, what is going on? Hey, Face Truth. Why are you guys all awake? I thought I was the only one stupid enough to be awake this late. Ruining my sleep schedule. And action. Come to tell me if you need a caption. Stream troll. Yeah, write some of these down, dog. Make an indie rap album. Become that guy. You're that guy, pal. You're that guy. And you are? Absolutely. He's not the guy. I am. Who are you? I'm the guy. The real guy. Because I'm irresponsible and an adult. You know what, based? I got off of a shift at work today, working in a 101 degree environment, and I'm like, you know what? I almost didn't stream. Like every other day this week. But I was like, no. Tomorrow's the Puyo Puyo Festival, and, well, I guess today now is the Puyo Puyo Festival for Cross Worlds, so I was like, you know what? I owe you guys a little bit of extra. As long as I can give you a little extra, I'm giving you a little extra. Boosh. Oh, nice. Yeah, we got the lineup there. That's huge. That's huge. That's huge. Mrs. T. Yo, have any of you guys watched Black Dynamite? Wait. I wanna know. Has anyone in this chat? Anybody at all? Just... Well, it's not old, but it's an older Adult Swim animated series from, like, back when I was a kid. I was curious. Fuck! I fucked up. I clicked the wrong button. This is a little extra, says Piccolo. Thank you, Shenron. That little extra went a long way. I saw that movie in theaters, like... Frost Hall! Thank you. Thank you, Jordan Goodman. You make me happy. I've been getting recommended clips of it a lot, and it's just been on my mind. Love that show. But dude, I love... Oh man, you made me think about superhero. Broly was my favorite. Okay, Dragon Ball Super Broly is my favorite, without a doubt. But I do like Dragon Ball Super Superhero, and I did see it in theaters. Multiple times. One time I saw like part of it after I saw a different movie, and it was really funny. I'm not even gonna cap. What happened was, I think, what was I going to see at the time? I was going to see the No Way Home Director's Cut, I believe, was that day. And I finished the movie, and I was wildly disappointed because it barely adds anything to that movie. And I haven't seen it because I'm too young to understand it, unfortunately. What is Black Dynamite? It was like the show that replaced the Boondocks on Adult Swim, and it is absolutely hilarious. Imagine JoJo, but like... Well, imagine the art style of like a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but just based around like 1970s African-American culture in the US, but like stereotyped and like exaggerated to like 50,000. Like there's so much. Oh my god, it's so over the top. It's so fucking funny. Mrs. T out in the woods barbecuing people. Oh, what's up, boss? You were like the only person I expected to be awake because you were like you live in an actual like different time zone. And by different time zone, I don't mean like my different time zone. Like, oh yeah, I'm in a different time zone. Yeah, like I'm an hour behind Fuse. No, it's fucking 1 o'clock in the morning almost here. Y'all motherfuckers should not be awake. But I'm happy to have you. Just finished school. Well, good. You finished school, King. Man, I gotta go to Australia one of these days. I've been watching TV shows from there and shit. I was like, man, your country sounds cool. I want to go. I'll put it on the list. Whenever I have money to travel somewhere, maybe I'll go there. At the shops to buy stuff for my friend's birthday. Nice. Nice. I've been playing Pokemon Champions. Oh, dude. I got a ton of friends that are into that. Well, by a ton, I mean like 2. But I have some. You're 3. You count as 3. If that counts as anything. There you go. That is really tight in there. Fuck. Yeah. That game's cool. That game's cool. I like it. I respect the hustle. The grind. Yeah, Pokemon Champions is dope, though. Love it. Made on a Lego cross. Built from scratch. Aren't you streaming right now, Matt? How the hell are you here? Bro is astral projecting his consciousness into this chat. What the fuck is going on? I'm also going to see if I can find a sealant close to a Mod Podge, but not as expensive. What is Mod Podge? Why do you need a sealant? Are you like... Did something break? Perhaps? Mayhaps did something go kerfluffle in the night? What has occurred? You are the special. Thank you. Lego movie reference. Oh no, it's a deep cut, like older than anyone that has probably ever watched my channel. Reference to an old bit I had in high school with my friends. Matt's a friend of mine from high school. But we keep in touch because he's awesome. Where's my friend? I don't know who that is. But I don't want the paper. I'm gonna make him a keychain, but I don't want the paper I'm sticking to it to be destroyed. Oh, that's cool. The Boondocks. I don't get the reference. I don't know every Boondocks joke. That's not my department. It's your job. No, I'm kidding. I came looking for booty. A man's butt. A man's butt? You're gonna make me ruin that butt, Chris. I'm a warrior. See, I know who's y'all, Chris Hansen. But see, I calls you Chris Handsome. I watch your TV show all the time. Now, you can come in here with them cameras and them police, but it don't make me no difference. Oh, that was a vocal stem of mine for a while. Hey, one of you, come on. There are many mods here. Wrap them up. Good man. Face Truth gets the gold star for that one. It's gotta be quick on your feet. Jab, jab, jab. You know, I'm planning on doing my podcast every Friday night now. Awesome. I don't think we'll be having any... I don't think we'll be having anything any type of way. He was fast. What can I say, Jordan Goodman? He was fast. He outsped you. He speed blitzed you. I was trying to ban him, bro. Well, you get half a star for trying. Sorry, I'm looking at stuff. That's okay, Moss. You've got a badge collection already. You gotta build up your badge collection. Oh, I forgot. Holy shit, dude. So Twitch sends me an email, right? Twitch sends me an email. I got an email from Twitch, and they said some things. I got some news, people. Oh, I got some news. So Twitch sends me this email, and they go, we're rolling out some new features for creators, and you're an affiliate, so you get the new feature. And I was like, I was already Twitch affiliated. You guys have been paying me for years. Anyway, they said, we're gonna let you make even more badges and emote thingies. They said, we're rolling out a new feature. You can make your own custom events. And if people come to them, like, you know how on Twitch, it's like, if you watch someone play Repo for 15 minutes, you get the Repo badge, and you can have it for a month. You remember that? Well, apparently, I can just make shit up now, and you can come and get badges for it. So, I'm gonna come up with some shit, and then I'll just announce it, and be like, motherfuckers, if you show up to this stream, and you watch for like 5 minutes, you get a special badge for free! And I'll make them all. That's right. That's right. So we're gonna have more drawing stream content, because I can make some fucking free shit for you guys. Oh ho ho. And I know you people love the word free, so... Freedom ain't not free. Listen, freedom ain't not free. As the man himself, Eric Andre, once said, freedom ain't not free. So, W's in the chat, yeah. You will be getting free things. So Moss can finally complete his gym badge collection and go challenge the Elite Four. He just has to show up to, well, if his subscription runs out, he'll have to show up to 5 events that I run with a badge promotion. And apparently there's like new types of hype trains too, so I can make stuff for those. I don't know what exactly they do, but they said there's new like ways to get different types of hype trains on your stream. And I said, what the fuck? Like, I reread the email like 2 times. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? New ways to get hype trains. Hype trains, the only way you can get them right now is by fucking giving me money. You give me enough money, and then Twitch is like, whoa, this guy's making money. We're gonna advertise that shit. But now they're like, no, there's more ways to do that. And I was like, what do you mean there's more? So now you know. I love free. I live in America, which is not free. Free pussy. Oh, I love you guys. You guys are the best. You guys are the absolute best. But yeah, so that was news. I figured you'd all be excited to hear. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Maybe I can brainstorm it with some of my people. My people. And if you're among my people, which most of you in the chat right now are, you know who you are. Maybe we can discuss some concepts for events we can throw, where we'll be like, this is a good opportunity to have a badge. Maybe I'll do like a try not to laugh one. How about that? Or like a Mariah Guesses. Maybe I'll just straight up steal her flow bar for bar. What do you guys think about that? Huh? You can't have my booty! Oh! Just getting the geometry of this right. We need more mentally insane people here. We do. We do. And I'm glad we're all glad to have you back, King. We're glad to have you back. Welcome home. The food was getting cold. Sorry, the food's been getting cold. Good to be back. Garlic phone, a garlic phone event? Ooh, and I could literally make the emblem a garlic phone. Oh, that would be funny. Do you want a smooth-ass skin, but still feel like a confident... Do you want smooth-ass skin, but still feel like a confident dude? Jeez, that voice is hard to do. Oh, I got pissed about something. I was gonna take voice acting over the summer. That's what I wanted to take. I wanted to do voice acting, because I thought that would be fun. And then I find out... I looked, and they were like, you have to take acting 1 at the, like, college I attend for, like, you know, postgraduate studies stuff. They're like, oh, you gotta take acting 1. And I was like, well, when's acting 1? And they're like, oh, it's only during your shift during the week. So I was like, great, well, I guess I can't take that until I get a new job. Fucking fantastic. Great, thanks, guys. So that sucked. That was some less than cool news. I was not as happy about that. Yeah, I wanted to do that. I really wanted to fucking do that. I was like, that would have been fun as shit. I probably still will, but just not for a while, because I'm like, well, dude, I have a job. Like, I don't plan on quitting. I like my job, and more importantly, I get health benefits. So I'm like, well, I'm not leaving those behind. I'll tell you that for fucking free. In this economy, hell no. I'm here for booty. A man's butt. Booty. Getting some booty is more important than drinking food. Drinking food? Okay. More important than eating food. More important than drinking water. So bath bombs, like tuna sub, edit out Maltesers and sprinkle. I need voice actor views because I'm curious what role you would be in. I would genuinely, like, if somebody had a role, I'll tell you one thing I apply for. You know what? Here's what I'll do. Fuck it. I was gonna do this anyway, but maybe that'll be one of the first videos on the art channel. I was gonna do, because I already have a few voice clips I recorded. If you guys aren't Sonic fans, you probably wouldn't know about this, but there was I think they just dropped their first trailer too. There's this little channel on YouTube, you can look them up, called After Image Studios. And I was on the ground floor with these motherfuckers. I was on the ground floor. And the guy that started the studio, he puts out a YouTube video that's now delisted, but I still have the link to it. So it's pretty funny that I still have that lying around in my old Discord folder. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Anyway. Sorry. So he puts out this video and he goes, I want to make an actual anime for Sonic. I want to do it in 3D. I want to animate it. I want people to help work on it. And so I applied. And he was like, we need voice actors, we need animators, we need talent, we need character designers, we need this, that, and the other. I said, fuck it. I just sent him everything I had, but I was like, well, I want to do some voice work too, because I was like, what if they don't need an artist by the time I get my submission in, but they do need a voice actor? So I just did a bunch of Sonic clips from a few of the games, and I just voiced a bunch of the characters they said they needed. I did the entire Sonic Unleashed intro cutscene, and I did Sonic and Eggman for that, for the record. And it was hard as fuck, but I enjoyed the hell out of it. It was so fun. Like, recording the lines wasn't hard. Doing the edit was hard, because I had to take the cutscene, remove all of the voices from it. So I had to get a muted version of the cutscene, and a voiced version of the cutscene, sync up my voice lines with where they were supposed to go, and then delete the other version of the cutscene so that it was the unvoiced one and mine. It was crazy. Oh, fuck yeah, this is the shit. Kill me now. But yeah, I applied to work on that. They did not want me. They said no. But I hope whoever they got is very experienced, because I saw their teaser and it looks really good. Like, really, really good. Unfortunately, they are working in Blender, and I went out of my way to learn Maya. The industry standard software for 3D animating, by the way, is Maya. But they decided to go with Blender because it was free. And I have yet to find a fucking way to learn Blender that I'm happy with. I like taking classes, like actual classes. I don't like I've never paid for a course online, so I don't know how that fucking process works. But of course, it's probably going to be what I end up having to do to learn Blender, because nobody fucking teaches Blender for some reason. Even though Blender is fucking free. Like, it would be the easiest thing for anyone to teach Blender that knew how to do it. Just fucking charge me, and then just say, install fucking Blender on your PC. Oh, and if your PC can't handle it, we'll teach it in person. There you go. Great times. But yeah, I think Fuse would be a good Werehog Sonic. Well, you know what? I do still have the video. I do still have it. What I was thinking of doing, because the initial video was like 15 minutes. I think I dubbed a few cutscenes. I did the Sonic Adventure 2 intro cutscene, but I only did Sonic's voice because at that point I had already recorded a couple of them, and my throat was tired, and I didn't want to do anymore. So I just didn't do the soldiers and just did my fucking part. I did a cutscene from Frontiers. I don't remember which one, but it was for one of the characters in that game. I did the Unleashed intro, and I did a scene from Shadow Gens, and I showed it to a few people. Locke has seen it, and then a few of my other friends have seen it. And the only criticism I got was that my shadow was a little, like, off. And I was like, that makes sense. He was the one I was the least confident in. Ironically enough, Eggman. Probably the one that I felt the most like, I fucking nailed that shit. I went, you know, like, I fucking nailed it. I'm at a drive-thru at Burger King. Can I please get a Whopper Jr. with onion ring? I wasn't paying attention for 3 seconds, dog. I wasn't paying attention for 3 seconds. Anyway. But yeah, I was thinking of doing some more. Like, maybe do some... what I kind of wanted to do was, like, a scene from, like, Resurrection F. Like, a Dragon Ball scene would be fun. Because I do like doing Frieza. Especially quotes from that movie, because I know that movie like the back of my hand. And... I don't know, maybe some other ones. I'd have to think about it. I know I can do a few voices. Like, I do a mean Hank Hill. But I don't really know. Like, that's kind of why I wanted to take a course in it, because I was like, what are you supposed to do? Hypebonics rhyme chamber. Hyperglycemic lion tamer. Because obviously voice acting isn't, like, my primary skill, right? But I did do a little bit of that when I was, like, not voice work, but, like, acting work when I was in, like, middle school, high school, that stuff. You know, I can sing, too. That's something I don't talk about very often. I was in choir in high school. And junior high. Like, for a very long time, I was in choir. I don't think I ever got a solo or anything. Like, I wasn't that good, but... I did perform... No, when I was in grade school, I probably got a solo. I think I did once. But I don't even know what I would do for that. Like, should I just record myself fucking singing? Again, that's why I wanted to learn. Because I was like, well, fuck, dude. Like, nobody tells you how this shit works. Oh, that's good. We're getting the setup here. Like, the block out is working. Oh, hi, Cat! Just doing a quick block out on a project I wanted to start. Actually, why am I turning that down? I need those. We need these. Me watching an anime about acting might have done something to me because I think that's the most I've ever learned about being an actor. Should I just use this program to draw? Yeah. Just use Medibang, dude. It's fun. Medibang's great. Love Medibang Paint. It's fantastic. I've been trying out all the programs and I found out my computer can't run Clip Studio Paint. Oh. Yeah, then I would try this one. I would just stick with this guy. He's good. He's oh my god, I'm on the wrong layer. Whoops. Haha. Whoopsie. I wish they'd partner with me. I know they're like, I don't know which country, but I know they're not. I know they're definitely in the, like, Asia marketplace. So, like, either Japan, China, one of those. Because I've been on their website. It is very much not in English. I was so sad when I found out. Oh. It only has 16 gigs of RAM. Oh, that's sad. I've never run Clip Studio. I don't know if it's any good. I've heard it's very good, but I've never used it, so I wouldn't know personally. I think Moss uses it, right? Moss, do you use Clip Studio? I watched a video a while ago from a like online, like a creator that I respect pretty well. What's her name? Like Picat or something? Picat? Picat? I don't know. She went and tried out like a bunch of the drawing programs. I was like, yeah, Clip Studio is one of the best, and then Procreate's really good. But she did like a bunch of the free ones, and she specifically did this one and said it was pretty good. But that the only complaint she had was that it was in, like, I think it was that it was vector and not raster, maybe, or something like that. I don't know. I'd have to go back and rewatch it. I know there was a complaint, maybe two. I don't remember what they were, so. We. I accidentally typed K because I can't see in this dark room. Fair enough. Kaz, okay. I sent her a message in her chat, and it was so crazy she didn't see my message. All I really said was I found her YouTube. Yeah, well, I saw her video on YouTube specifically talking about that, and it just kind of validated me because I was like, oh, well, it's, you know, at least my drawing program isn't, like, bad. She's like, it's pretty good. It's got all the functions you need. I was like, all right. Very cool. And I have the paid version, because I got it on Steam. Oh yeah. Love Steam. We love Steam. Except for people buying consoles. They do not like Steam right now. For obvious reasons. Money is tight. Money is very tight. In this bitch. A little confused by this geometry here. Well, if you say it's good, then that validates me, because, Lord, I need an art program. Well, just, yeah, stick with Medibang. It's good. I like it. I've been using it for years. I sold work I made in this. Here. I got prints for sale. Right now. Hang on. Look at this. Prints for sale. Price is kind of negotiable, I guess, because I haven't really gotten much interest, so I might change the pricing on them. But, like, yeah. Sheer amount of brushes you can find is insane. What? Yeah, I use Clip Studio. Yeah, Clip Studio, from what I've heard, is really good. I'll probably get it at some point. I know, do they still have a lifetime license? Because that's, like, the only thing that bugs me about some of these programs, is that they don't have lifetime licenses. Medibang does. You just buy it on Steam and you own it forever. It's just a game. Or well, it's a piece of software, but it's in the same library as your games. You have a lifetime license. Yeah. Oh, awesome. We love lifetime licenses, my friends. We love those. You know why we love those? I'll tell you why we love those. I'll tell you. Because a lifetime license means that if you get a new PC, you don't have to, sign into crap. Well, I mean, you do, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's an unconditional access to all of your work. And I like that, because I don't like paying for a subscription for things that the company isn't doing. Like, I'm doing all the work, not you. You're not doing anything. I'm doing everything. What are you doing? I had a one-off purchase, and it was roughly 260 to 300 AUD. Oh, that's like $100 for us. Okay. I asked my dad if I can upgrade my computer to 32 gigs. I'm super excited because he said yes. Oh, nice. I don't think they give you the updated versions for free. Oh my god, they fucking do the thing that I've been saying! No, that's good, Moss. That is good. That is very, very good. Here's the deal. Alright, I have been complaining about this for years. Holy fuck. Somebody validates me, finally. Why on God's earth does Adobe and Maxon and Maya and literally all of these fucking programs not have a one-time purchase option that just has a disclaimer that says updates not included, and then you just pay for the next significant version upgrade? So if you buy the license for the 2025 version, you just have to pay a fee to upgrade to 2026. And all it does, it's literally already programmed in. They already have the fucking functionality in the apps. All you have to do is, when they do that on the website, they process your payment, and then they give you access to the EXE for the installer. And all it would do is uninstall the 2025 one and install the new one. And if you don't pay, you just don't get the installer. How hard is this? Why do I need to subscribe? Okay, sorry. Whew, I'll breathe. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Kat. And you're right. You're right, boss. I too hate Adobe. And I have, as you can see on my little taskbar down here at the bottom of my screen, a bunch of these apps that I totally paid real money to get. I totally did. I don't own an eye patch or a peg leg. Yet. Anyway. Point is, fuck Adobe. I hate them. But Maxon does the same thing. And you guys don't know about Maxon, but let me tell you about Maxon for a minute. Let me bend your ear about this company, this little company called Maxon that pisses me off. Maxon, you blew your lid. Yes, I did. I'm calm now. I'm calm. Back to the relaxing stream. Sorry, you get me going about subscription services. God, I could go all day about how much I hate these damn things, but Maxon is this company that runs a bunch of art apps, and they do have some good ones. They have some good free ones, too. Better to keep your outdated versions if you don't care for the updates in the new one. Yeah, agreed. There you go, Moss. See, that's what I'm talking about. So there's an app called ZBrush. Some of you might know about it. If you haven't worked in 3D before, don't sweat it. But ZBrush is basically the equivalent of, like, really high quality clay sculpting, where you can make, like, really detailed stuff. It's how a lot of characters for video games are made. They go into ZBrush, they make them, and then they do what's called retopologizing the mesh. And it basically reduces the number of polygons and faces on your mesh, and then they import it into a program like Maya or Blender or what is it called? Something Max. Cinema 4D. Stuff like that. They move from there to there. ZBrush, though, was owned by this company called Pixelogic. And Pixelogic offered ZBrush as a one-time purchase. Bought it, and it was done. Maxon had all this other stuff, Cinema 4D, and a bunch of the rendering software and stuff like that, and you paid a subscription for that to Maxon, right? But you didn't need it. Like, if you just wanted to sculpt stuff and make character models, you just buy ZBrush, and you're done. And Pixelogic would update it. You buy a lifetime license, you're done. Maxon comes in and buys the company. They buy Pixelogic out and absorb all of their apps into the Maxon ecosystem, into their subscription. And they get rid of the ability to buy a lifetime license for ZBrush. So here's the problem with that, right? If you already had the lifetime version, now it becomes deprecated and they don't update it anymore. They say, you can keep your old version, we won't get rid of it, but you're not getting shit ever again. So either pay for the subscription to upgrade or you're done. Fair enough. The subscription cost for the Maxon service plan is $1,000 US a year. $1,000 a year, if not more. If you want to get picky, it's technically more if you get like their highest tier subscription. $1,000. Now, from what I've heard from my professor from my class for Maya, that price has gone down because apparently they're just hemorrhaging money. But you can see the problem. And the biggest kicker, I'm going to tell you guys an industry secret that I learned. That's more than car insurance. It is more than car insurance. And they get away with it because it's industry standard. It's industry standard. What are you going to do? You going to pick something else? You going to go with Blender? Yes. But the problem is that companies want to see ZBrush on your resume because then that means, oh, you know the industry standard program, I can just drop you into the job and you'll know how to operate everything. So what the schools do I'm gonna tell you guys, this is an art school secret. This is trade secrets. Hush, hush, I'm teaching you the lore. Anyway, what a lot of these companies do, and this is why all of your community colleges, universities, all of them teach Adobe products. If you're learning animation, they teach you Autodesk Maya, and they teach you, if you're learning 3D digital sculpting, they teach you ZBrush. Here's why. I'm gonna tell you. It's not because it's popular with people in Power Moss. Here's why. Here's why they do it. They give the school a cheaper price to pay for it for the entire facility, for every computer in the entire network. They can give them ZBrush or Adobe or whatever for pennies on the dollar compared to what you're gonna pay. But they do that because they give that same price to companies as well. Now, of course, Adobe still makes bingo bucks off of this. Maxon, all of them, they make bingo bucks. You know, they're making big money. Big money, no whammies, right? They're cooking. But you, the student, who is probably going to struggle to get a job initially because you're an entry-level worker, well, they trick you, right? Because the idea is that you're in the ecosystem, right? So they teach you how to use all their fancy schmancy shit, and then they send you out into the world, and when your student license expires, then you have to pay full price. And because it's like drawing, it's like riding a bike, you got to keep up with it to keep learning. Oh, your stream cut off? Okay, well, what's the last thing you heard, Moss? I'll hop back up. I'll get you back up to speed. I'm Thawi. For reference, Cat, Moss is a fellow artist in the community. In fact, he made the Yippee emote for our chat. Moss is great, and a good friend of mine. Love him to death. In case you two haven't met before. He's in a different time zone, so he doesn't often get to come out to streams. But he's been a big supporter. Yeah, let me know where you got cut off. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what's going on. I'll tell you the secrets of the universe. Don't worry, it came back and rewound. Oh, okay. Alright, so where was I? Oh, yes. That emote. Moss made that. I'm very proud of that. I like that one. It's cute. That's why it's free for you guys, because he made it. There's another one in there, the devastated emote. That one's also Moss. And Moss's emotes are free for you guys because he gave them to me for free. So you only use Medibang Desktop from Steam? And that is a really good emote. Yes. I got all of it. Okay. So, where was I? Yes, I do use Medibang Desktop for Steam. Okay. So what they'll do then, so now that you're caught up, the companies and the schools, they get cheap pricing on all of these subscription packages, and the subscription applies for the entire building and for any student email that they have, so you can put it on your own machine. Maxon's a little scummy with this. I fucking hated them for this. If you have your student email and you put it in, they still make you pay, but you pay $100 instead of $1,000. I still had to spend $100 on it, which was annoying. I fucking, that was like a whole paycheck down the drain just for one class. But I did make some cool stuff, I will admit. There's a post on my Instagram of like Sonic Riders where he's on the extreme gear. I modeled that in ZBrush. It was fantastic. I loved working on it. There's another one that I can't show you guys, but I was very proud of it. Not that it's not fucked up or anything. It's just that I might want to do something with it later, and I don't want to reveal it to the masses. For a project I'd like to pitch someday. That's still crap. Right. Okay. So, they get the cheaper rate. And then what the idea is that you go to school, you learn the applications. So you learn your ZBrush, your Maya, your whatever subscription you're paying for. And then you leave school. And the idea is you put that on your resume and you can get a job and then use it in the industry. But in that gap, in that infinitesimal second between you having a job and you being in school and you having a job, what are you gonna do? You gonna not use those skills? You gonna not do it? Huh? Coward? No. And that's where they get you. They know you have to pay. So you're gonna pay for their subscription every year until you get a job or they give it back to you for free. And that's the secret. When you export an animation in Medibang, use lowercase letters and make sure there's no special characters or numbers in your file. Lol, I've been testing. Well, I'm glad. I gotta do that. I actually do. Another way I figured out that you could technically send out an animation is you can send a Photoshop file, so you can export as a PSD. If you go to export as PSD, CMYK right here, you could do that. And then once that's sent out, you could put it into Photoshop and then animate the frames as well. But you gotta have Photoshop for that. And wherever you do, don't have Discord open. Okay. Weird stipulation, but alright. Not gonna complain about it. Not my business. Thank you, Kat. I appreciate the help. But yeah, that's... Or browsers. Learned that the other day after a web search. Oh. Well, that probably is why my my animation crashed last time. Weird. Anyway. Yeah, that's the secret of the subscription model, chat. That's the secret that they don't want to tell you. And by they, I mean... the companies that are ruining your life. That's an interesting group shape. Subscriptions do suck. But now you know about, like, art school stuff. Why they do what they do? Well, it's because they get it for free. My professor actually made a joke because somebody asked in our class, she was like, how do you feel about people not taking the official routes to acquiring these software? And he was like, never do that. Always do it legally. If you catch the subtext there, it was very funny. I was busting out laughing in that last lecture. Because Maya's expensive too. I have it, but I have a student license for it. I plan to keep using that until they tell me I can't anymore. It's all a scheming group of rich company people. It really is. At the end of the day, there is a club. You are not in it. And until you make a software worth their time, you'll never be in it. But that's the weird thing, is like, I don't know if it's like a PR move, but some of these companies will then make free apps too. And it's like, okay. And to be fair, from what I have heard, times they are a-changing. Okay, times are changing. I know a lot, and I mean a lot, of people graduating now are, like, instead of learning Premiere Pro for editing movies, they're learning, like, what is it called? DaVinci Resolve, which is a completely open source free software that does the same thing. It's the same thing. There's that Photoshop alternative that came out that's free. What's it called? Photopea? Photopea. And it's basically the same software, but it has, like, the functions of Lightroom, Photo Booth, and Photoshop all rolled into one. So that's pretty cool. Obviously there's GIMP, but GIMP's been around for decades. DaVinci, I hear, is very good. I have heard the same thing. I use Premiere, but only because I've only ever used Premiere, and I've had Premiere for years. If I had, like, a few months to devote to it, I would learn DaVinci and just drop Premiere entirely. I had a chance in high school, but I already had Premiere at that point, so I just gave up on it. There's Affinity, which is like Photoshop but free. Yeah, what is this app called? Hold on. Oh, I don't have my phone. My phone's plugged in. I'll look it up in a minute when my phone's charged. I know I could look it up on my browser right now, but I don't want to. But there's that. There's that new After Effects alternative, which ironically enough is made by Maxon, but it's free. I don't know why they did that. Maybe they get some goodwill back from the people that are like, man, you guys fucking suck. But hey, you know what? If Maxon wants to call me up and ask for suggestions, I will totally tell them I would just say, just do the one-off thing. Just do the one-off thing. If you did the one-off thing and just charge for every upgrade, people would love you. But anyway. Yeah. So, there's plenty of these. Blender is actually steadily becoming industry standardized, which sucks and is great at the same time. It's great because that means that people will be able to learn it and not have to pay an arm and a leg to some random fucking company that doesn't deserve your money. It sucks because I learned Maya, and if Blender becomes the industry standard, that means I have to learn another program, and I don't want to because I'm big and lazy. I'm just a big lazy guy. I don't want to do that. I'm lazy. You know how hard it was to learn Maya? It took me like 3 months. I don't want to do it again. Well, I'm gonna do it again, but I don't want to do it on a whole new software. I'm lazy. Though, if the professor who taught me Maya would teach Blender, I would take that class in a heartbeat. It wouldn't even be a question. I would just do it. Yeah, God, there are so many good free software out there now. Honestly, I wish there was a free equivalent for, like, Clip Studio Paint. Like, an open source drawing program would be so hot. If I knew how to code and make one, I would totally fucking do that. I would probably make bajillions of dollars. If you made a marketplace, imagine for a second, hypothetically, somebody has a free drawing app, and then they make a marketplace alongside of it where people can buy and sell brushes, and they just take a little off the top of every sale. Dude, I'd be rolling in cash. I would probably be the richest person in the art world right now if I was able to create that. Don't steal my idea, please. It's a good idea. At least let me be a part of it. Please, I'm begging you. If there's a coder or like a software developer secretly watching this stream and is like, fuck, that's a good idea. Listen, all I'm saying, just pay me a little bit. Just pay me a little bit. You can do it, but pay me a little bit. Or like include my name. Credit me, please. I'm the idea man. I'm the snack man. That's what I am. I'm the trash man. Oh, shit, did I hit you, Cricket? Hey, back. Hey, back, I'm Hollow. Wait, oh shit, that's not my joke. Welcome back, Jordan Goodman. We were just talking about how subscription services suck. And such. Which they do. They are bad. They're very bad. Bad. Run by naughty people. Naughty. Going through Slay the Spire cards. Some of these things are funny as shit. Nice. Does the at thing actually work? I've typed ats in chat before and they don't work for me. Does it work for you guys? Like, can I just not see it on the Streamlabs end? Hello, Jordan. Hello. These are really weird. The geometry of these is quite odd. Building buildings, having fun. Works for me. Fusey large model, make them deep. Oh. Ew, come on, man. Don't fucking associate me with them. Nah, I'm okay. You had some good flow in there. That was some good flow. Not with the chat GPT, though. Gross. Fucking yucky. You guys hear about that college commencement speech where the fucking Google guy showed up and he got booed off stage? Because all the college grads didn't fucking... He started talking about AI and they all fucking booed him to death. Your voice does matter. Just boo all the politicians. Just boo them to death. Boo them till you're blue in the face. It'll be funny. Please do it. It'll make me laugh. Wow, yeah. It was funny. Huh. I don't know how these windows work. I'll have to take a screenshot in-game and actually, like, do that, but... Nope, hang on. I can at least close off the square. There we go. Right, square down the middle. I love doing blockouts, don't you? Geometry. Dash. SpongeBob. Buildings. Bro literally chose the worst topic to talk about. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we, dude, I don't know. I have a funny feeling, like, everybody's banking on all the AI stuff. I have a funny feeling it's gonna be like, it's gonna go out like a wet fart. A part of me thinks it's gonna go out like a wet fart. Like, something's gonna happen. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday in the near future, something's gonna happen with that. And it's just gonna be really bad for anybody who, like, dumped a bunch of their money into it. Which will be really, really funny. Like, I will laugh my ass off if, like, they just fucking go belly up. Like, one of these companies is bound to fall apart from just the sheer overhead cost of them, like, fucking existing. And when that happens, I will be there with popcorn to watch. The bubble will pop. Speaking of voice acting, I can do Kermit, Mario, Waluigi, Bebop, Evil Ryu, Lucas Lee, like the... Never mind. Pablo. You can't just say it's not a real character. Shadow and many more. Yeah, well, so can I. It'll be a video eventually. Listen, gamers. It'll happen. I'll do it for you. I am actually. That was something I did this week. I wasn't doing nothing, chat. I want you to know. I was actually working on content for you guys. I've been writing up a script for an episode. Is that building shaped like a loaf of bread? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, that's why. For a video that I'm working on for the other channel that I'm making. So I've been putting in work on that. But I do agree that the bubble will pop, but I think it'll be really funny. Because a lot of people imagine that the bubble popping is going to be this big moment. I kind of have a feeling it's going to be this wet fart of a moment. Where, like, shit has hit the fan so bad already that everybody's going to be like, well, saw that one coming. Like, it's not going to be a surprise to anybody. Like, the news and stuff will all be like, oh my god, the AI bubble, it's popped, bro, what are we gonna do? We're going into, like, there's gonna be no money, dude. But then, like, everybody will be sitting at home and being like, dude, what the why are we surprised by this? The fuck? Who didn't know this was gonna happen? Like, name one guy. Like, literally everybody doesn't like using it, doesn't want to use it, is afraid it's gonna take all our jobs. So, like, if nobody wants to use it, and nobody's spending money on it, where's the money coming from to keep it working? Oh my god, oh my god! Mickey Mouse! We're already trending in that direction. It just sucks because the governments of the world are keeping it alive. Like, they're keeping it afloat. Because honestly, if they hadn't done, like, if the government doesn't intervene, AI dies, like, in a day. Because there's legitimately nothing profitable. There's no money to actually be made in it. Jeez, I'm getting on my soapbox again. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm not trying to be preachy. I'm just thinking about stuff out loud. That's what these streams are all about. But yeah, that commencement speech thing was fucking hilarious. I could not believe the audacity of that man to walk into that room and be like, I'm gonna talk about how y'all need to surrender your agency. I was like, brother, this is a graduating class of college students. They could, like, beat the brakes off of you. You look to be about, what are you, like, 65? You know, primed for retirement? Brother, get off the stage and run. Like, you need to get out. I'm actually super happy to be in your art stream. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that you're having fun. I'm glad you're here. It's about time I finally make it to one. Yeah, you know, yeah. To be fair, I haven't done many of these in a while. It's been a minute. 'Tis far past 9 p.m. Trust not fully the weight of thy words. That's true. It is far past 9 p.m. But, you know, it's kind of the magic of it. I think at the end of the day, people are happy when people are happy. And I mean that about everybody. I know that sounds stupid, but actually think about it for a second. Like, most people in your life would be happy if you were happy. Sure, you've got some enemies out there, but, like, you know, 90% of the people you know would be happy if you're happy. I would say so. So, if nobody's happy in an AI-centered world, you know what I mean? Like, if it's a product that is making everybody miserable, and nobody wants it, eventually, this is gonna hit the fan at some point, and they'll be like, oh, we're selling fucking ChatGPT crypto to fund the next generation of AI, and nobody will buy that shit, and they will go bankrupt, and it will be hilarious. Actually, they said their exact words were, I believe, what was it, that Sam Altman guy, fucking D-bag, not a big fan of his. He was like, if ChatGPT ever gets ads, that'll mean that the company's going under. And then a news story came out like a few months ago where they were like, they're considering adding ads. And I'm like, like the fucking baby with the fist in his mouth. I love that. But yeah, I could go on and on and on. I do. My mom hates it. But to be fair, she's one of those people that's like, oh, it's a new technology, it'll find its spot. And I'm like, no, I don't think all of it will. Some of it might, but it's just not, it's not what people are looking for, man. It's just not what they're after. Someone sold me $60 worth of AI art after telling me they made it in Paint Tool Sci. Then they come on stream and admitted to using Google Gemini for their animations. I was like, what the fuck? Caught in 4K. Damn. Moss is great at art style. His art style is so cute. Yeah, I agree. Moss has some great stuff. I haven't had time to really, like, cook up any big pieces lately. I want to make some more stuff, but I haven't had time. I do, well, I am drawing right now, but with all the 3D work I've been doing, I haven't had time. But hey, you know, hopefully at the end of the year, I'll have some really cool fucking 3D pieces I can show you where it's like, oh, this is a full 3D animated sequence that I made. A full action scene or something, that would be dope. What is that? Oh, it's a street sign. Anything I'd rather take hand-drawn over AI any day. Moss, do you have a portfolio? Ooh, that's a good question. Moss, do you have a portfolio? Does Moss have a portfolio? If not, you should start making one. I have found it invaluable in my day-to-day life. Should totally have a fucking portfolio. Dude, that goes for anybody that wants to get into art professionally. If you're watching this later, or anybody that wants to go into a creative field professionally, like, take the stuff that you're proud of and make a portfolio out of it. It doesn't have to be physical. It can be on a website. It can be on a social media platform. It can be anywhere, but you gotta have one. You gotta have one. Take it from somebody who knows. You gotta have one, dog. I do not yet. We'll make one. But I really should compile one. Just put some shit together. Try to focus on originals if you can. If you have original work. I want to see your stuff, bro. He has something. I thought there was a place you posted your stuff. I mean, apart from our Discord. But, like, that's a different story. Ah, shit. I keep doing that by accident. I keep left-clicking. I gotta unbind that. I'm in the server. I post frequently. I should probably get... You know what? Yeah, Kat, if you want to join our Discord server, you can. You could totally join the Discord server if you want. You don't have to, but... You know, you've been to enough of these streams. You guys haven't seen her, but I have. I have. I can vouch. As the owner and operator of the Discord server. It's not public. I want to. Alright. Yeah, just, let me see. How do I do this again? Invite to server. I don't want to invite a friend. How do I invite a random person? How do I do it? I think there's a way to do it. How do I do it? No. Where's the... Yeah, let me, find the thing. How do you... There's a way to do this. How do I do this? Do I have you on Discord, don't I? Do I have you on Discord? Hold on. Okay. Do I not? How do I do this? I haven't done it in a while. I'm trying to remember how do I invite people. Where's your... I've seen M-rated stuff before, and let me tell you, I've seen some crazy stuff, so whatever you have, probably you've seen it. I don't know. Well, I mean, if you're comfortable... I'm trying to find a way for you to I can get your information and then I can just send the invite to you. I don't remember what the... Cause I don't want you to, you know, give out your Discord publicly unless it's a public Discord. I don't know. Most people's aren't. So I was trying to be courteous, but I don't remember where the button is to invite like somebody that's not on your friends list to the server. There should be a copy link. Oh, I do have that. Yeah. Hold on. Hang on. Copy. All right. Who's here? Let me copy paste. Yeah. I found it. Who's all here? Okay. And then let me paste this in chat. There you go. That worked? That worked? Yay! That worked. Yeah, you can see a lot of the art stuff in there. I do need to... Hey mods, can somebody... Wait, how do I... Hold on. I think I can do it this way. Hold on. I know how to do it. I'm trying to be sneaky about it. Oh, I'm pulling stuff up, doing stream work. How do I go into... I want to go into mod view. I want to get rid of that last message. How I do it? Hold on. Chat, how do I do that? How do I do it? Forgot how to do it. I'm trying to remember what the button is. To go into mod view. How do I do it? Oh, that's it. Okay, hold on. Ah, there we go. I found it. There we go. I did it. I found the button. And now... Yay! Yeah, I did. I deleted the message. It's gone now. It no longer exists. Poof. In the ether it goes. That's exactly what I was trying to do. I found it. I didn't know where the mod buttons were. I was like, how do I get them to pop back up again? See, I'm your professional streamer. Been doing this for 10 years. Still don't know where the mod buttons are. In my own chat. I don't even know where the mod buttons are in my chat, dude. I barely know how to upgrade, like, how to update sub badges. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm being dead ass right now. Like, it took me months to figure out how to do the custom ones. But once I figured it out, I was like, oh, well, I'm doing that immediately. Because I care about making your guys' experience awesome. I need help on one of my drawings, which is a work in progress. I've posted in the Ups channel. I gotta change it back to art chat. Somebody changed it. Oh. What do you need? Explain. Explain the problem. You've got the console here. Literally the majority of the artists community that I have on my channel you have here. So just Joe Nuts, as I would often say. And by often I mean like twice. Well, everybody tells me I have good art, but I know it's not, and I need more work. Well, okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You do. It's not that I want people to say it's bad. I just want feedback on what to improve on. Oh, fun. Oh, I've always wanted to do this. Hold on. Can I show it on camera? Are we cool? Can I do that? Wait, this could be huge for me. It's gonna be my moment. I have eyes like a cat, and ears like a rodent. Wait, no, I said that wrong. Fuck. Whatever. You get the idea. Yeah, we cool. Alright. Alright, hold on. Alright. Okay. Well, number one, everybody's always critical on themselves about their artwork. Even I am. And I legitimately do this for work. I get paid to do this. So you're never gonna get past that. I'm sorry to say, bubble is burst. You're always gonna have a little part of yourself that's like, yeah, could have done that better. But there comes a time when you just have to let it go. Release, if you will. Release the demon. Let it out. But that being said, let's see if I can't help you with some things here. Number one, character design, pretty cool. Like what you're going for here. They're element based, so they have colors based on the. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, let's see. I'm just trying to think of things constructive that I could be like, all right, let me throw some curveballs at you. BRB got to print some stuff. All right, Moss, get back quick. I need your help. Or well, our friend here needs your help. Let's see. I think between these two on the end, the hairstyles are fairly similar. So if you're going to have them all in a lineup like this, either move her somewhere else or change the haircut. Unless they're supposed to look that way. Unless that's intentional with the character. Maybe they're related, maybe they're twins, maybe there's something like that. And that's their old eye style. On the Hunt for an Anime eye style beats head on desk. You got a lot of the same face syndrome. Oh, that is true. Oh, that is true. Oh, that's a good one, Moss. Thank you. And it's a tough one to get. That's a tough thing to get past. Even I struggle with that. So same face syndrome. This is actually a thing that a lot of artists suffer from. It's the idea that you draw all of your characters' heads exactly the same shape. Their hair might look different, they might have different features, but their heads are all the same. So they all have that kind of homogeneous look to them. That is a great point. So the way to get past that, if I remember correctly, God, I studied that like fucking 3 years ago, so I'm rusty. I think the way you're supposed to get past that, if I'm not mistaken, do some head study, obviously, which is, that sounds weird saying it out loud, but yeah, but it's been good to develop past. The majority of it lies in the eyes. Fair enough. I would also say you could vary that up a little bit, though. So, like, head shape, too, is a big thing that people don't talk about a lot. Because they'll say, well, the first things you notice when you look at a person, and my camera is tilted too far up. I didn't notice it until just now. That sucks. The first thing you notice about a person are the eyes and their mouth, right? That's a thing. But what's the third thing you notice about a person? Well, once you put those together, then you get the whole face shape. And not all faces are the same, right? So, and I have my own struggles with this. Like, I won't lie. I've done it. We've all done it, here and there. Like, I tend to draw chins the same way in certain cases, but I tried to vary it up. It's tough. Anyway, point is, think about ways to distinguish those shapes, those head shapes, because obviously that's a big one. I'm terrible at faces. Everybody's terrible at faces. Here, I can make a point right now. Actually, give me like 2 seconds. I've got a drawing for this. Where did I leave it? I know it's here. So can I flip this? Can I flip the image? Is there a button for that? I think there's a way to do it, but I'm trying to figure it out. Hang on. Give me a minute. I'm not a... Oh, shit. I didn't mean to start a slideshow. No. We don't want that. Exit full screen. Can we not be in full screen right now? F11? There we go. There's a way to do this. For character art. I hate drawing faces. Most of the characters I draw wear masks, helmets, or have screen faces. That's true. I didn't notice you did that. I mean, you drew mine. And didn't do that. Okay, why are you auto... There. That fixes that. I changed it up recently. But... Actually, can I do it with this guy? It's kind of hard to see. I'm trying to find a good example, because I've done this before. No. It's a bad example. I know I have a few in here. Sad part, I drew this in Clip Studio using their 3D assets. I found my computer doesn't have enough memory to run Clip. Oh, that's a shame. I see now. Okay. But here. Hang on. This could work. Because this was like very early days commission work for me. Not that one. I want the signed one. There we go. Okay. So we're going to put these side by side. And I'm going to show you the exact problem with them. Right? I did both of these on stream. Okay. And this will show you how you fix this problem. Right? So as you can see, they both have squared off chins at the bottom. I have found, I don't know if anybody else is like this, the chin is just this magic nebulous void that is like something people just notice about a face. Is just the chin. If you draw the chin a certain way, people notice the fucking chin. But obviously these two characters, if they were like in a long series like that, it'd be an issue. So what I did when I redesigned this guy is, hang on, I'll pull it up. I got it over here. Aha! And some of you were there for this. Changed up how I did the chin. Now it still pops out a little bit, but it's rounded off. That differentiates it. You see what I say? Yeah. Well, I used to draw pointy chins too. If I have older... I gotta do that video. I have like folders and folders of old stuff because I learned from drawing Dragon Ball characters. Right? That's how I learned how to draw. Like anatomy-wise and stuff. I gotta close a bunch of these. Oh. You don't need to be over there anymore. Anyway. So that would help you a little bit, in my opinion. I like the rendering you did on this one. I like the rendering here. I like the highlights and the shadows. I do think this highlight here, if we're being nitpicky, and I am, it's in my nature. This highlight here doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Actually, now that I think about it, these four highlights don't make sense. Because if your light source is coming from this way, which I know my mouse is kind of hard to see, but I can't fix it. So if your light source is coming like towards the character this way, these highlights wouldn't be this big. Even if this is like a very reflective material, these highlights, if they're bounce lights, they wouldn't be this big. This all makes sense, going all the way up. These four don't make sense. These make sense. That's all good. This is fine. This is fine. Although, if you wanted to, you could actually just take a little bit of that shadow and put it underneath where the hand is to create a cast shadow behind it. Because even if light is coming directly down between the... well, actually, there would be a pretty sizable space there. It might be fine. Never mind. I feel as if I don't know how to paint or shade. It's a skill. You just got to practice at it. The best thing you could possibly do... and I'm not even kidding about this. I learned this the hard way. Just grab, like, random fucking objects. Like, water bottle, TV remote, controller, Diddy Kong Burger King toy that I found in a box that I love. He's just my little friend. I just keep him on my desk now. He got me 20 subs, but, different train of thought. Grab a bunch of things, put them all somewhere, point some flashlights at them. Draw the lights and shadows. Even if you just do it in black and white. You'll start to see how light bounces off of material. So, like, when I draw... I'm gonna keep referencing examples that I have. Oh, here's a fairly recent piece I did. Right? This is a good example. This is a tough one to figure out. So you can see we have some bounce lights coming off of the glow from the sword here. And the hair and this stuff is glowing. So you're getting some cast lighting around here. But not a ton. Right? Because our primary light source, as you can see, is actually coming from the sword. So most of the scene is dark. And I could have even done this better. I could have done like two-tone shadowing here, but I didn't because I didn't want to. But You can kind of see, like, you cover space that way. So, like, these are metal. You can tell they're metal. Why can you tell they're metal? Because they're reflecting more light than the rocky ground underneath them. How do you shade black? I can't figure that out. Chromatic black. So I'll teach you right now. I have Medibang open. Why not? How did I put my pen? Here. Let's hide all this. Just give you a quick demo. The hell did I just do? That's a new one. So obviously, if you do, just grab you do this, right? Can't shade that. But the truth about black is that it's never really black. So do like a blue. And you can see how this has a tint to it. Just a slight tint. It's kind of hard to see, but it's slightly tinted. Now, if you go pure black, it creates that shadow. It's not very pronounced, but it's there. You make your black gray. That's what I was saying. You can tint it as well. You can tint your black and still keep it black. What they call that in painting, fun fact, is chromatic black. It's the actual term for that. Moss, you know that trick without even having to be told. So, happy birthday to you. I didn't close her drawing, did I? No, I didn't. Okay. So that's how you shade black. You kind of already started on that here. Because this is gray, right? So then just go black for your shading. Or an ashy navy. Yeah, like that. Yeah. It's all color choice. Let's see if there are any other corrections I can make here. This one, the green one. Why is it zooming in super far? Stop it. Stop it. I hate Google. Goog. This part of the hair here, unless it's intentionally sharp looking, because you could be doing like sword themed, I'd say break up these strands a bit. And I actually have an example of showing how to do these types of hair, because these just seem kind of like, I don't want to say banana shaped, but well, this one does anyway. This one's got that banana look to it, and I have had this exact problem. Hold on, let me see if I give a good drawing example to see if I can do good clothing shading. Yes. Well, for the bangs though, here, this is a great one. This is how you solve this problem. Vary up the strands a little bit. Just like break them up at the bottom. I was going for a plant theme for hair. Totally fine. If you're going for leaf look, for a leafy look for that, actually, you can do something a little bit different than this. I can find you a great example. And again, I'm not trying to be overly critical. I'm just giving you notes, right? Because these are things that that professors and people I've looked up to over the years have told me that I've been like, oh, so if I do X, Y, and Z, then this will look better. Let's grab just a basic generic example of this will work. See? So this was much higher res when I pulled it. Hang on. Do they not have... Are we for real? Can I just... But if I... Why? This is from the Pokemon Company website. Why is this not... Oh. Okay, I guess it just wasn't done loading. Good to know. So, you can kind of see it here. Add some chunks missing. Like, rip it up a little bit. Or... angle it more. Like the tail here, you can kind of see it has that more angular, like, it's still curved. You can, here. It's still curved, but you can see to build those curves, they use more straight lines and, well, I suppose this is a curve here, but it's like against the grain, so it like kind of creates that asymmetry. The idea being, you create that chonky look. You want that chonk. You know what I'm saying? You want the chonk. You want that chonk. You can do that with leaves. So, I don't know. Just a thought. I've done that before. I've had a plant-themed character. Also, very cool concept. Just saying. I'm a Leafeon fan, so whenever I do leaf-based stuff, I always reference Leafeon. Aw, damn it. There we go. I didn't mean to close that. Anyway. So that's a good idea. What else? What else? Okay, so you're going for elements, so I'm assuming like fire, electricity, water, ice, or this one is ice. I don't know. People go back and forth on whether like cyan is ice or white is ice. Anybody else have that question? Like I usually do cyan for lightning elements, to be honest. I just do. Oh, or wind. You could do wind. That's fair. Oh, I get it, because cloud. Yeah, it's connecting now. The pieces are the puzzle pieces are welding together. All right, I'm getting it. I'm getting the idea. It's just taking a minute because I'm slow. Anyway, what are some other tips I could give? For the record, I want to do a whole stream like this at some point because I love constructive criticism. It's really helpful. It's well, more critique where it's like positive, negative, positive. Like you say good and bad and good and bad, and you just layer it on so that people can get notes on what is working and what isn't. Love that. If there's enough art in my community to do it, I will do an entire, like, at minimum, I'd do an hour and just yap. But I could probably do 2, possibly even 3. I sent my example. Ooh. Ross, where's your example? Oh, that's a good one. Eh, that's a good one, mate. That's a win. Hang on, I gotta load it again, because Google's being stinky. Being stinky. Why are you being stinky on me? Come on. You see what I'm talking about? Oh, this is a great example of shading for clothing. So you can tell he's studied it. You've got that half tone and the full tone here. I don't always do half tones, but that's my style. I like that cell shaded style, so I tend to do 2-tone shading. Or like 1-tone shading for a lot of stuff. But this is really good. Ooh. Oh, I'm gonna steal that. I like that. The little scratch highlights on there. Oh, fuck yeah, that's clever. That's not for you, that's for me. You don't get to take that. I get to steal that. That's for me. But back to the matter at hand. Sun, black shadow, moon, blue, water, red. Oh, okay. I see it. White is ice. See, okay. I typically associate cyan with ice. But that's because I watched Ninjago as a kid. Oh, wait, no. He was white. No. Who was it that had the ice powers? That was, Killer Frost. That's it. Because she has the cyan blue hair. Stuff. Anyway. It's a topic for another time. Let's see. And I think I have a cold. Oh, no! Damn it. That sucks. Sad to hear that. I posted my art in the up chat. It's the Alan one. Oh, okay. Didn't you already post this? Yeah. See? Okay. I can... Fuck it, I'll do yours too. I'll put you in the line. I'll put you in line. You'll be next. When I'm done. I can give you tips if you want. But I'll just compliment it if you don't. Because some people don't want to be criticized. Some people don't want to be critiqued, and that's fine. No. I have it up, but Cat wanted suggestions on how to improve, and I'm trying to be proactive. You know, because that's my goal. with all these streams is to make stuff and to inspire you guys to make stuff, like Bob Ross did for a whole generation of kids. I know you guys aren't kids. You're full-grown people, but you get the idea. BRB, I'm on my way home. I'm still here, but I'll get motion sick if I look at the screen too long. You just don't worry about it, dude. Just don't worry about it, dude. Don't worry about it, dude. You're good, dude. You're good, dude. Oh, no, not cold. I hope you feel better. Yeah, I hope you feel better, too. Okay, let's see. Feel like you could vary up the patterns on the clothing a little bit. Going for matte on them is cool, but hear me out. What if you had like an indication more of each element across the outfits? So like for the sun one, you could throw in some like sunset hues, some yellows, some purples, some things like that, and like create some accents on it a little. For the shadow one, you can do obviously your shading in black, but you could also have some like moon iconography where you do some like very light blues, maybe some star patterns, stuff like that. Actually, Medibang has some of those built in. For the water one, that'd be easy. Bubbles. Bubbles, dude. Fire, you know, maybe some stuff like that. I would consider for character design, just the biggest thing you want to do is when you're building a character, think about how to distinguish them from the rest of your cast in a way that highlights what that character's about. So if each of them are element themed, maybe the night one is like ninja themed. So instead of having her in like a skirt, you go for more of like a kimono type look. And maybe the water one, you go for more of like a, you know what I mean? Like vary it up. That's up to you though. I won't harp on it any longer. I really like where your head's at with this, and I like your choice of color pretty much across the board. I like how poppy it is. It stands out. You've got the makings of something good here, but yeah, just some little tweaks. It's mostly like, what's it called? Work. Not idea work. What's the word? It's mostly detailing that you want to focus on. Detailing will start to fix that problem that you're having where you're like, I'm not satisfied with it. It's because all of the characters right now have the same style, but they're not standing out on their own. And I have had this happen to me. Don't worry about it. It's not a bad thing. The key, like I said, just the little details, you know? Even if one of them had earrings, your eye is drawn to that immediately. Stuff like that. You wanted some tips? There you go, some tips. I'll move on. Jordan, first of all, really cool. Love your work here. Where did you make this? I forgot to ask. What program do you use? Out of curiosity, big dog. Did you use in like MS Paint or Ibis Paint? Ooh, Ibis Paint's a cool one. I don't know why I went with MS Paint. That's like the last thing anybody would pick. Okay, well, whatever. Really liking what you're doing here. I think something cool you could consider. Nearly home? Good. Be safe, big dog. Don't get motion sickness. I think something cool you could consider here is, because you've got nice shadowing. And surprisingly for Alan, it's actually pretty anatomically correct, which is tough. Because Form 2 Alan is fucking ridiculously big. Like, top heavy. I can actually pull up. Hang on. Wrong tab. Wrong tab, big guy. Let me get it. Not from the show. Let me get the good version of Alan. the one from the one drawn by one of my favorite artists of all time. I would genuinely cry if I ever got to work with this dude. Okay, why is it low res? Can we get the high res version, please? Nope. I hate Google Images, dude. Please, like, please, can we please? Can we? Are we for real? Like, do I actually have to? Thank you. I have to fucking add an extra search query to make this work. Where's this full body one? I know there is one. Hang on. I'm sorry this is taking a minute. Believe in me. Have a little faith. I'll be right there. Okay, this is actually a really hard-ass panel of it, so I'm just going to use this one because I love this. I mean... Oh, wait. I could just... Hold on. I mean, come on. Like, dude. Come on. That's Comic Alan. Brother, he is fucking massive when he gets to Form 2. Form 1 Alan's a little scrawny little bitch, but Form 2 Alan, he's just like, boom! Turns into the Rock on fucking roids, dude. He's just like, boom! One thing I would say, do you want my opinion? Like, do you want me to give any, like, tips and tricks, or do you just want me to talk about what I'm liking? Because I can do either one. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. But I would totally, yeah, give that advice. All right. The midsection here, this, like, abdominal area. So once you get to, like, right about here. This line, his torso down here is a little long, so I would shrink this and, like, move it up a little bit. And I have some musculature characters that I can show off to give a good example of that, where it's like you don't want to go super long. That one's not detailed enough. Hang on, I can do this. Give me a minute. I gotta have something lying around, don't I? Do I not? I moved a bunch of my art off my PC, like, not a week ago, so I'm trying to see what I have left. Oh, wait, I can pull it up through... Oh, I'm being an idiot. Hang on. Oh, you can't see that. You guys aren't allowed to see those. Or that. Or that. You've seen that. These are the emotes. Hold on, going backwards. Hang on. Working my way back through the, I still like the way that looks, but I'm not going to use it. That one actually has the same problem as what you're talking about. Can't show you that one. Jeez, I have a lot of these that I'm not able to show you guys. Shit, do I have a signed version of that? I don't think I do. I don't think I posted it, so... Shit. That's unfortunate. Okay, well. I'm assuming the last thing, yeah. Fuck! I don't have a good example to show off for this. Oh wait, maybe I do. Hold on. Ah! I do. Kinda. Nah, hold on. Fuse, would you be okay if I hopped in VC with you and share screen and I screen shared for the stream? Yes. I'm not gonna be here much longer, but yes. Yes, I'm okay with that. Let me just get in the call. If you need me to drag you in, let me know. I guess this one will work. Oh, wait, I can pull it up on the Instagram. Ah, that's what I should do. Hang on. Hang on. I got this. I got this. I got this. It was a while ago, but... Aha! Why, you will work excellently. This one! This is a great example. See? His torso isn't super duper long. I can't zoom it in anymore, but then you go over to here, and his torso is too long. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not confident in my shading, but thanks. No, your shading's great, actually. I wanted to say your shading is really solid. I like the painterly moves you did with this, because it does have that nice two-tone effect. Very, very cool, first of all. But highlighting and shading, different beasts entirely. So right now, the light is hitting, like, right about here. May need to drag me in. I will happily drag you in, big dog. Big dog's gotta eat. Take your time, take your time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
Testing my mic.
No, take your time, take your time. You're good. You're good, King.
Okay. Turn down. So I'm also watching the stream on my phone, and I don't want it to feedback loop.
Absolute king. King behavior. Keeping the stream up while he's... Oh, wait, I gotta share the screen.
I gotta share my screen.
Oh, okay. I'll keep helping Jordan out here while you're getting it set up. But yeah, if your light source right now seems to be coming from, like, right here. So you could add some highlights on these knuckles. You could add some highlights on the pants a little bit. Maybe a little on the abs, like the front-facing part of the abs. It'll give a nice roundness to everything. You can kind of see it in here. So you see how, like, the light source is coming from the side? So, like, there's this highlight streak here. There's one here on the bicep. A little bit on the finger. A little bit on the knuckle of the second knuckle of the index finger. That idea. You get that build up. Because your shading is pretty fucking similar, honestly. Well, yours is a bit more painterly, which is good. But, you see my point? There you go, Jordan Goodman. There's my help. But, love your color palette, love your design choice, love how you speckled the little stars in the background. Very nice. Nice little touch. But yeah, if you want to up that roundness to the shapes, get them nice and round, you can add that nice little extra highlight hit, which I think will do wonders for, and again, shrink this torso a little bit. So just yank him up a little bit and do the rest of the leg. I know the legs are annoying. I fucking hate drawing legs at this angle too, but you gotta do it. But other than that, this is really good. You got some solid shit here. This is some solid shit. I know normally that's not a good thing, but it is here. This is solid. Solid shit. Anyway, how you doing, Moss?
I'm doing good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm too close because I'm actually sitting on my bed, so I don't have a proper stand.
Ooh, what we got here? Hold on. Is there a way for me to pop this out?
We got...
I can't.
Not a guy. This guy is an evil scientist.
Oh, wait, am I allowed to put this on camera? Hold on.
Oh, absolutely. Sure.
Yes. Oh, I'm about to
This
bust.
guy is very evil. His only children are robots. And... I don't know, he's probably autistic.
Fair statement, I think.
This one was actually a color theory practice. So if you, like, zoom in, you can actually see it pretty well. But here, I was learning about, like, ambient light. So when you got stuff, you got the base color, right?
Yeah.
And then you got the lighting color, which is, you know, usually yellow. But then you got the ambient light. So with most stuff, there's, like, a photo outside. The ambient light will be, like, the sky.
Yeah.
which is why most of the shadows are blue.
Right.
But in this one, it's green, which is also conveniently the complementary color to reds and pinks.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
in here you got some greens. You want to really desaturate them so they don't bleed your eyes, so that they don't look bad.
Oh,
But
this is
I
so
think in
cool.
here, in the dress ruffles, I got it really well. But everywhere else, I was pretty inexperienced. I
No.
say this as this was me 2 days ago. Literally me 2 days ago.
Wish I had some of this stuff. I
Um,
could show you some of the. Dude, this is so cool. I'm sorry. You're making me
Oh,
happy
yeah.
right now. I'm having a good time. Woo!
We also got this sketch that I did. This was secondary color theory, which again you got. Fuck, give me my marker. Give me my pen.
I need my pen back, dog.
You got
Give me
base
it
color
back.
here. You got base color here,
Yes.
and then you got the lighting highlight color,
Mhm.
which for green is usually yellow, and then the shadow color, which is usually towards the bluer end of the spectrum. But
Yes.
then I had an
my
idea.
favorite color.
I see a lot of cool art, and the cool art usually has blue backlighting. And I thought, what if the highlight color had an accent color in the shadow direction, like the hue direction? So
That is
that's
cool.
how I got this really cool stuff in here. So I went in base color first, then this teal accent, then the highlight over that. And then you also do that with the shadow, because then you get this cool shit down here in the stems. In the stems where you got
Yes.
the shadow, but then you got like the nice backlighting of the shadow.
Yes. Oh, you even have. Yes. You even have the bounce
And
lighting down there. Oh. Mwah.
The cherry on top, the additional complementary color. Of course, the complementary to green is red.
Yes.
So I added a little bit of red and then
Yes.
desaturated it. And then I just kept going over with the green and then the red and then the green and then the red. And eventually you get this cool little addition that doesn't look like shit.
Yes. 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 You know, out of curiosity,
And
have you ever painted?
I have painted a few times. I have this one photo somewhere. I don't know where it is. It's probably in my old phone. But I will search through my phone and I will send it somewhere, because it was this really good painting of this underwater landscape that I did,
Oh,
and I'm very proud of it.
yeah. You have
But,
a lot of
I'll keep
painterly
talking while
technique.
I look.
That's what I was gonna say. It's just you have a lot of painterly technique when it comes to your approach to lighting and shading. It's very painterly, and it's very neat. It's tough to do that digitally, so kudos for.
I mean, the irony is I really don't like physical painting.
Does any?
I mean, I do watercolor.
Oh well, the watercolor's fun. I like oil, but
Yeah.
I'm a masochist, I guess, because oil's a pain in the ass.
I hear it never dries.
It
I'm
does.
also scared of the chemicals.
It does dry. It takes like hours and hours to dry, but it takes a while. I have one.
And
Do I have a picture of it? I don't think I have one here, but see, this is why I wish I lived by myself sometimes. Because I have the physical fucking painting. Like, not 3 floors above me. Well, 2 floors above me. In my bedroom. But, because my office is on, like, the lowest level of my house. But everyone in my house is sleeping up there. So if I go up there to get it, I'm gonna wake everybody up. I'm like, dude, I want to go get the painting. It's so cool. But
that's sad.
yeah, you have a painterly approach though, and that is really cool. I also wish I could show some of the stuff that I've worked on that isn't that I can't show. The stuff that I'm hiding for personal use.
It will be spoilers.
Yeah, it would be spoilers for stuff that I'm working on. I'm like, shit. Because some of the stuff you're talking about, I'm like, yes! Like that blue backlighting. Something I was playing with.
Yeah.
Something I was playing with recently was I liked the hue profile of blue to, like, of you know what is that, like ice blue, like Arctic blue? It's like the almost white,
like
almost
this
white
thing
but
that
blue.
looks up here, the top of the crosshair, like that color ish.
Yeah, but a little bit whiter. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the almost white variant for that. I always forget what the code, like the name for it is, but from that all the way to like neon pink, I love that, like that range there, because you get a nice blue to purple to pink from that
Yes.
spectrum. I was playing with that, ironically, with a villain piece I was working on, which I'm not going to show because it's for a comic I'm developing. But
Comics.
yeah, see,
I love comics.
I do work on things outside of this, guys. But for
Actually,
that,
speaking of comics, hold on. That reminds me, I was working on one.
oh yes,
Oh,
yoinky sploinky.
So I only have one page done of I don't know how many I'll do, but I had this idea, right? So this guy in the mask, that's Shuriken from the hit game Fighting, and then
Yes.
that guy in the background, that's my OC,
Yay!
because we are cringe but we are free.
No, you gotta have cool OCs
So
too.
anyway, yeah, this is basically the story of how my OC is a nosy bitch.
I like it. I
Um,
like this idea.
So Shuriken, right?
Yeah, yeah.
This guy, he is a vigilante.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, I was like, you know what? He's spotted a group of criminals. And he's hanging upside down. My OC also does that because they are spider adjacent.
Yes.
So
Oh, I
it's
can
like,
see the little man ball.
he's
Yeah,
figuring out,
yeah.
I was like, how should I go about this? They sneak up behind him. He's like, huh? The hell? And also his mask, right? His
Yeah.
mask. It doesn't move, it doesn't change. And it's kind of stupidly complex to draw, and it's like, how am I gonna show his emotions? I can do the Spidey rule of just, I will subtly change the features to express emotions, because it has eyebrows and it has big ol' eyes.
Yes. Oh my god. I love the fact that you brought up the Spider-Man rule, because I've been
Yeah.
I got something in the tank, in the pipeline. The works. I started it on like Monday, and I was just looking at that not like 2 days ago, where I was like, fuck. How do you? I gotta make this. I gotta change this eye slightly. Because when you're doing that mask thing, yeah. Sorry, go on, please.
It's not. So I got 3 pages sketched. I should probably continue it. But then basically, he flips right way around. He's like, oh, whatever. I spent too much time debating. Let's go get these fools.
Yeah.
I really like. Oh fuck! I zoomed in too much. I like this panel transition. So you got like the guys, the people, the criminals.
Yeah.
They're breaking in.
The
And
goons,
then
if you will.
descending from the heavens.
Oh my god.
And of course, you're gonna have like the panel literally breaking out with this impact.
Yeah. What is
And then
that?
because I'm lazy and I don't want to draw a fight scene, got the title card one ass kicking later.
That's fair. Drawing action scenes is fucking annoying.
Yeah, like it's cool, but also I don't want to draw it because like once I get one scene, it's like, well, I've done the cool scene.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to come up with a second cool scene? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Oh, believe me, I know.
Yeah.
I've done 30 pages
Anyway,
of this
that's just, like,
before.
Yeah, it's like that should teach him a lesson. Maybe I should head home, but why does it feel like I'm being watched? 'Cause you are.
Dun dun dun.
Originally, I was gonna have it from the opposite perspective, where it was him looking up at him looking up at my OC, like give me a contrasting color so I
Like
can
a POV type deal.
Yeah, it was gonna be more like this perspective is a little bit off.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. No, I'm feeling you. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling what your original intent was
And
here.
then it'd be like high vantage point.
Yeah.
It would be like that.
Let's
So
see.
it was originally gonna be like that, but I kept doing it, and I just like couldn't really get a good object for them to stand on because the building was too high and far away. A street lamp did not fit the background that I wanted to draw. So I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just do it from the opposite direction because I'm lazy.
That's totally fair. And it actually, funnily enough, jeez, I am such a fucking nerd. You have what this, because I took comics when I was at university. Funnily enough, he got to teach that class one semester, the professor that taught it, and then they didn't let him do it again. And the time that I took it was the first time he had taught it in like 4 years. So he was like, I'm sure, I wish he would have shown up to the art show. I wanted to hang out with that guy. Anyway, this is actually more dynamic, the way you have it set up. And I feel like you probably subtly, even if your brain wasn't telling you it, you probably noticed it. Because from the other angle, there's less of a focus because you would have been shooting your primary character, and then you would have had all of this background empty negative space, and then your secondary character that's being looked out at. Whereas from this angle, you have this cluster of action where you have the figure looking up, and then you have that focus. Yeah.
And then you got like the eye line go in. To this guy.
Yeah, and you're drawing the viewer's eye line the same way.
I take media, right? So big thing they taught us, rule of thirds.
Oh, rule of thirds.
Which is also very important with art in general, and pretty much anything that has a frame.
Yeah.
I think.
That's true.
I just thought like the only other option to do what I would have done originally would be to have a really extreme perspective from like a vantage point, and then it all congeals on this character, and then we have them looking over, and again the eye line follows, and because it's like the perspective lines, your eyes will be drawn in to focus on that character, but again it's
too big.
What's it called when like the subject, it takes up a box? Like, it's technically called framing, but it's more like proportional framing. Like, this guy, he takes up this part of the frame, and this guy, he takes up this part of the frame. You got two subjects, major subject, minor
There is
subject.
a term to this. Hold on. Wait, I think I remember what it is. It's it's the idea of like not overstuffing your frame. That's like it's a term.
We understand, neither of
Yes.
us have the words.
I know. Chat, there's a word. He knows the word. I know the word. There's a word. It's the idea of you want to have your subject, your two subject focuses clear, and you want to have that line of sight. You want to divide the panel up clearly, but you don't want to shove too many things in all at once, because then it becomes like an abstract painting where your eye doesn't really know where to go, and you lose the viewer's immediate attention. Unless you want to confuse them, in which case, Joe nuts. Anyway.
Yeah. So like you can see it in a lot of the panel. And actually, I would recommend this for any artist. Like, draw comics. Draw comics. Don't just draw comic strips. Draw them. Learn how to panel. Learning how to panel will level up this theory of subject framing within your drawing.
It really
and
does.
It will also teach you how to like frame just regular drawings. Like this panel down here, I think is a very good panel. You got him slightly off center. You have a slightly high perspective on him, so you get not just a flat image, you get to see like the tops of his shoulders as well as, and like he's looking up, so you still get to see like the good shot of his face. Mask, he would be wearing a mask.
No, this is all,
But,
that is excellent. And
you learn a lot of different dynamic stuff. You got this guy in frame, you got the rare thing where subject is in center, and then you got it's like got a lot of detail, it's got crowded, but the subject is on here of like the hand gripping the object.
yes. that all of that was an extremely good point. I'll add on to that. If you take illustration at a like collegiate level, like university or something, a lot of the projects they'll have you do what's called I think, do they call it a bounding box? No, there's a term for it. But basically, they don't let you use the whole poster board. They tell you can only use this many inches by this many inches. We don't care what orientation you do it at, because you know how you can do it like, oh, you can do 9 by 10 or 10 by 9. They don't care about that. But you have to make that box, and you can only work within that space. And so you're right. Doing comics is good for that, because it teaches you, what's it called? Space economization, I believe. If you
spatial economy.
Yeah, it teaches you your good spatial economy. I actually used that. One of the pieces I'm most proud of, the Crossworlds piece. If you go back and watch those streams, you hear me not use the word, but I talk about it throughout, where I'm like, I want the characters spread across this poster, because that way the viewer's eye tracks across everything you're doing, and it drags across. So there's like an arc on that poster where you can follow from left to right.
That's also like a technique in comic paneling, because most viewers in Western comics, at the very least, they read left to right, not right to left. That's manga.
Yeah.
They read left to right. So how are they gonna read the panels? Left to right. You have to make sure that you panel your panels in a way that's gonna be able to follow this Z track. So you start top left, you go that. This one's down because it's in the same top half section, and then you go down to the next one in the next layer down, which would be this one, and again you go down.
Yes.
So it's gotta be a Z.
Yes.
Kind of.
See, this is, oh man, you are, for the record, I know that like I know a lot of the people here probably aren't like developing a comic actively, but Moss, you are very advanced for knowing a lot of this stuff. I remember the first whole week of taking comics was just like, and I also picked up like books from my local library talking about paneling and all this stuff just to practice and keep appraised. A lot of this stuff is like the big fundamentals of paneling, and just framing your shots is like, and that also applies to like storyboarding and other mediums altogether. It's just like that direction and that flow.
Even just general drawing, like all of this can be used for general drawing.
Yes.
I would even argue that learning how to do comics is especially helpful if you also want to learn animation.
Yes.
And it will teach you shot composition. Especially with dynamic posing, you want to know what looks best, what's gonna look good in motion. Comicking is doing that, but in a it gives you more freedom, but it also narrows how it lessens the workload.
Yes.
So you get to do the cool stuff, and you get to do less of the in-betweens, so that you can focus on the keyframes.
Ironically enough, that then transitions. So you go from comics to animation, and then you can splinter, and that'll teach you storyboarding by nature, because you kind of have to learn that for comicking.
Like storyboarding is comicking is storyboarding.
Yeah,
that is basically it.
Yeah, it is. And then that splinters off. It splinters off into 3D composition, ironically enough, and filmmaking. Because for 3D comp, you work with a camera, obviously, but the way that those render out is they render at the angle of the camera you place in front of the character. So there are like buttons in it to build that frame around them, so you can literally just look at them as if they were a single panel, and be like, okay, this character looks right now.
Oh, what's this guy gonna look like if I wanted to draw him that way? You literally move the camera, look at him like that.
Yeah, I was just doing that. Not like I said, that project that I was working on Monday, I didn't feel like getting a reference image for it, so I said, screw it. So I took this 3D mannequin, built the pose I wanted myself, rendered out one still frame of it, put it into my drawing program, and started sketching over it. I just sketched the bones and then started translating. And the idea of that is like, once you know that framing in your head, you can apply it to any medium from there on out. So being able to start at that comics level and restrict that space is key to learning, going from like a restricted space to an unrestricted space. See, this is a great example. Jeez, you are good at this.
I freaking love this drawing.
Yeah. But see, you've got that because the chains going off screen and the like tubing and wiring going off of screen. That right there, line of action.
Remember, like, this drawing, like when you're drawing shit, you gotta remember, if it's not just in a colored vacuum, it exists outside of the camera that you can see.
Yeah.
So like the chains, of course, like he's hanging from something, but you also have to find that point above the canvas where they connect, so you can track that line.
Yeah.
Of where the weight sits.
That is exactly true.
This like helps with consistency and stuff, helping to see where stuff sits, so it doesn't be like, why is it at that weird angle?
Ironically
I also
enough,
think this
that
very good
same
foregrounding as well.
it does. Oh my god, I didn't even think about foregrounding. That's such a good point.
Foregrounding. With this hydrant in the front.
Yes. Yeah. It just, that's what dude, that's such a good point. Just like building your frame to create visual interest. I've noticed this with a lot of artists that are at or even like before the level that I'm at now, is they'll frame a scene and won't have things going on in front of the character. Like they won't have objects or anything in front of the character. And often...
Let me see if I can find a drawing where I do that. Actually.
Well,
like have stuff in front of the characters.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
Obviously, you kind of did that with the fire hydrant already, but like, I did it a little bit. If I can pull this up, well, not there, not there. There we go. I did this a little bit for a couple of pieces that I've done in the past. Like, actually, ironically, the banner for this channel has it a little bit, where there's some like spray paint cans and little things in front of him. The Jet Set Radio piece that I did, like the logo goes in front of the character. And it creates that like 3-dimensionality to it. Even if the piece is supposed to look flat, it implies that even though it's flat, there's a third dimension to it where you could look at it and be like, oh, there's like angle and dynamicy to it.
Stuff there.
Yeah.
It's like, that's also something, like, if you've ever, I don't think you've played Hollow Knight yet. You haven't, have you?
Not yet, but I do kind of want to, because
no.
everybody gassing it up.
Yeah, it is good. But like Hollow Knight and Silk Song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're looking at it, I've noticed I don't actually really notice the backgrounds or the foreground. But once you actually pay attention, you go, whoa, there's stuff there that my character's like partially blocked behind. And I didn't actually notice until I went to go take a screenshot, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm gonna like move my character for a second. And I thought that was really, really cool because you don't notice it, but like once you do, you go, oh my god, this world is so in depth.
Yeah. And that is 100% accurate. It's just, it's so neat to think about how it's just placement of things in a scene. I don't have good examples. Wow, I don't have a ton of good examples of this. I did it from Mariah's banner too, but it's very subtle. It's just the flowers by her feet. Like the flowers go in front of, and well, you can't see the one behind her feet, but they do go in front of and behind.
God, I don't have a drawing where I do this, I think. Apart from that hydrant thing.
It's
Oh my
still
God.
cool.
I mean, like, the closest thing I have is this drawing. If it wants to open. There we go.
Oh no, this works.
This one was done pretty speedily, but like, you have them in, like, almost coming off camera, because the main focus is, you know, Charizard versus Venusaur, Mega Venusaur.
Yes.
But, you know, they're still, like, close-ish to the foreground.
Oh, I see your point here. Yeah, no, that's so good. And it's so good for framing, because
Yeah,
Like I
you
said,
gotta, don't be afraid to have things
Yeah.
in front of characters, like the wing is half covering Venusaur.
Yeah, because it creates that sense of space beyond the visible space, and that is immediately enticing to a viewer. I gotta post more stuff on my. This whole session is just making me realize I'm like, I need to do more complicated pieces.
Stuff.
Yeah, I gotta put more complex pieces on my Instagram because I don't have a lot of these.
Where is it? Where is it? Where's my beloved old man? Found him.
Where are you?
Where are you?
Ooh, nice.
I drew this the other day.
Very nice.
I love him. But I liked the sketch more than I liked the finished drawing.
Really?
Yeah, so this was, hold on. So this was, like, the sketch before line art sketch. This one was really cool. I'll turn that visibility up a little bit. So I think that one was cool, but I liked the concept sketch before it a bit more because it was messier, but it defined the muscles a lot more.
I see. Yeah, no, that I do see the definition on those muscles. You've got like,
and even like layering of his shoulder covering his chin and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that is really nice too. I hate when that happens because you probably understand this too. It's like when you have a sketch or like a drawing and like as you're working on it,
the sketch is too fun.
It looks so good as the sketch, and you like it when it's complete too, but it loses a little something along the way.
It loses that rawness.
Yeah.
It loses that rawness, mostly because I didn't put the... Well, I did try to put the eye, because, fun fact, he has a glass eye.
Oh, really?
On that side. Yeah, he used to be part of a cult called Church of the True Eye, and part of the main characteristic is if you join, you have to lose at least one of your eyes.
Oh shit, that's metal as fuck. Wait, whoa.
Yeah, there hasn't been too much lore divulged on the church yet, but ooh, the next update of their comic comes out in 2 days.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Let's
Death
go.
in the Family fighting comic. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. The art style is very yummy as well.
Ace. I love that.
Yeah. There was this guy. I was just proud of that sketch.
That's another one I can't show. Oh, those are... Dude, I do really... Yeah, there's a part of me that almost wishes you could still see some of that sketch underneath, too. Now that I saw the, like, the bicep especially, I think you had a really nice squash on the bicep for that, where I was like...
Yeah. Oh, actually, I really liked the sketch for this one as well.
Oh, really?
Let me turn off all the layers so I can reveal the sketch. This one also had singular eye showing.
Oh, that's nice.
Pretty cool. Because he's got like a helmet, and I've seen a lot of art where sometimes they just put like a greater than sign 3 on his helmet, which is very cute. And I just thought, some people also draw him with like a singular outlined eye because he can't really do expressions behind this helmet.
Mm-hmm.
And it also made me think of like the what's it, the analog horror eyes.
Yes, I have seen those.
Cool. So I was trying to imitate that, and then I did try and do it over top of the finished drawing. Hold on. That one. Where is it? That layer. And...
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I get why you didn't do it.
See.
I get it.
Where is it? I think I need to layer it down a little bit. Yeah, but even then it looks a little bit odd.
I think the thing about it is it doesn't really... Yeah, like, even if
it
you...
It doesn't really fit with the rest of it.
Yeah, even if you... I was gonna say you make it a little darker maybe, but no, it doesn't really fit as much until
it's just objectively cool.
Yeah, it does look better just with the mask. I'm just outright. But...
Speaking of, I missed a singular pixel, which
I can see it. Yeah, I can see it up there. That's... there's the little guy. What was I gonna say?
Yeah,
I tend to do it a lot like what we've been talking about here, I tend to do that a lot with my shadows, actually, I need to put more objects. It's something I'm looking at my portfolio here where I'm like, oh, I need to put more objects in front of my characters. It makes some of my images a little flat. I could totally push the spatial rendering of a lot of these a little bit more if I just threw some shit in front of them. But
Yeah.
what I do that with shadows though, is I'll have stuff in the background, but then I tend to have the shadows like carry in a direction off camera, because I like that idea of like, if they're standing in an empty room, I want the lights to say the room continues this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like it's not just like a set.
Yeah.
A set on camera.
Yeah, we're not sitting in a movie studio. We're sitting in a physical space. This is a 3-dimensional space that has 4 walls. Please walk inside.
Yes. Do I have any more cool art? Ooh, I wonder what I... Oh, wait, I think I have a good example in Art Fight. Again, not really layered in front of the camera, but I do have the layering of perspective. Where is it? This one. If it wants to load, there we go.
Ooh, oh, I like that. Oh, I like that.
This one was for Art Fight. That little guy in the middle is mine. That's Moss Knight. It's me if I were a vessel.
I like Moss
And then
Knight.
you got like 2 other people's OCs. This one I wanted to see if I could do thin line art and actually do a background quickly without putting much effort, but it also looks nice.
I think you
Which was
achieved that.
difficult. But yes.
It works for me.
Got the... I really like when I added the sunbeams coming through, but you don't just gotta add the sunbeams, you also gotta add the little specks of light where they land. Where they land. Which I think is really nice. I think that just like makes it feel less flat.
It does feel less flat. I like that a lot,
Yeah.
actually. I really do. I love the fact that you... I love the fact that you did that. That actually gives me a good idea for something. But perhaps for a future project.
Perhaps when it's not like 2 a.m.
Yeah. I was just about to say the only time I can find, the only like significant time I can find of me doing that, I did a little co-op project with Kat, not Kat in chat right now, Mariah's cat, where we like did 2 halves of a drawing and then spliced them together. So like I drew one character, she drew the other. It's on my Instagram, but they had like the characters' hands foreshortened and outstretched in front of them, and then one of the characters has like their hand behind the other, so you get that full depth of field. It's so there's more.
I found my singular drawing with objects in front of the characters.
See, there you go. Oh, there
It's
it
a
is.
really cool comic.
I like that. Yes.
And I like that I put my things somewhat outside of the designated frame.
See, I should do something like this on
that's
stream.
what makes this comic really good.
Yeah, it does. Oh, you did see, explosions are something tough for me. How do you approach, like, the one on the far left on the top panel?
Explosion.
That
Yeah,
one
the
on the
black one?
top. Yeah, the black one. I like that one. How did you approach that?
So I had this thought process, right? I'll actually open up a fresh canvas. No, that's the wrong button. I'll open up a fresh canvas so I can go through my thought process.
Please, please.
So, explosions, right?
Mhm.
They are made of dust and particles and particularly burnt items.
Yeah.
What color is burnt ash? It is black. But it is still an explosion that creates a lot of energy and light and heat from its center. So, you start with the general shape of the explosion. You got like your defined clouds as well. Just
Yeah.
like where it bunches up and stuff. you color all that in. This is what you start with. Don't forget to add the little pieces shooting out as well of shrapnel.
Right.
And then you go in and you find those sources, those center points of heat and light, and you go a little bit lighter and you make it vibrant. So we'll start with this red to transition, because eventually it's going to be like a nice whitish yellow.
Yeah.
So you get like your center points about here. It's actually been so long since I drew that. It's literally almost been a year since I drew that piece.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I still remember. And then you go a little bit more light, and you get more orangey yellow, so you get closer to the center points. Also, don't be afraid to add like little flecks as well, because things shoot out from the hot spots. And then finally you get your whitish yellow, and then you draw the very center points. And these ones, I think it's good to add like little dots, because it's not just like one designated thing. You got like little sparks going on everywhere.
Well, that's true.
So
Wow, look at that.
That's how I approached it.
Huh.
Yeah, you got like a pretty decent-ish explosion.
That is actually super helpful. I have always struggled with explosions. I can do the aftermaths of them very, very well. Fire, great. Love fire. Yeah. Love
soot on the floor.
Yeah, love soot on the floor, fire, smoke everywhere. Great. Love fantastic time. But this part is always the hard part. Actually doing the explosion is tough. I only did it once for a very early comic that I don't know if I have on my PC right now, ironically enough. But I did have a lot of fun with it, but there you go. I'm actually going to remember that for later. I'm going to save this part of the stream and keep it for reference.
Save the VOD.
Yeah, I got to save the VOD. Well, I save every VOD. You can find it on YouTube, chat. See? That's a good thing. That's a good thing to point out for the stream. That's a huge thing to point out, guys. It's never bad to ask another artist. If you don't know how to do something, ask somebody else. I'm sure they've thought of it. Like,
bro, if you ask artists, please, we want to nerd out about our art.
It's legitimately like the one thing we all love to do. You can, listen, artists across mediums, some of us don't have a lot in common. One thing we all have in common is we want to yap. Please let us yap.
Radial blur tool.
Oh, I love the radial blur tool. I also like doing a Gaussian blur, but then turning down the intensity on it so it just hits the edge. And then I would do if I did an explosion like this, what I would do for that is I would do each color as a different layer and then blur each part of it a little bit less. Yeah. It would be Actually,
this one's on one layer.
I don't know. Oh no, I moved that one. I was gonna say, do I have the comic on here? No, I do not. It is.
I'll save this one.
It's fine. You should save that one. I like that one. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna name this one Explored.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, son. That's what's up. That's what it's all about.
Usually I wouldn't save stuff like this, but recently I've started going back and being like, I'm probably never gonna look at this doodle ever again, but just because I made it, and you should cherish everything you make.
Yeah, that's a great
I'll
point.
save it just in case.
You never know. One day you might be wanting to look back at something, or you might want to redo a piece. You might want to remaster it, like
That's
a
why I keep
like a
all my
game.
sketchbooks.
Yes.
I keep all my sketchbooks because I like to sometimes find them when I'm cleaning out my room, and I go, oh, I used to be really shit. I'm so glad I'm not shit anymore.
I do that too. I still have some of my older drawings too on my PC when I started doing stuff on PC. I'm like, wow, I sucked.
Wow, that looks kind of...
That's terrible. I'm impressed at how shit that is. But then, every once in a while you'll see something and be like, oh, I remember those days. Look at you, ain't you cute?
I'm pretty sure. Oh, I don't have it anymore. I think I have it somewhere. I have like screenshots of this Sonic OC comic I made at some point. This evil moth. Hold on, is it in? Do I have anything of it saved? I do. I do have photos of it saved. I want to see if I had any good pages. I think my comic paneling was still a little bit rough, but those are some good shots. Hold on. I need to change my I need to change my screen share to just my general screen. How do I do that?
Oh,
How do I change it?
I
Change stream. Found it.
Oh, there is a button for it. I was gonna say I have no idea where it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I still have all those saved. Oh, I do still have some of the stuff from school.
Just share screen 1 should work.
Oh, I could show some stuff for you guys. Cool.
Right. It's in pictures. Don't look at all my files.
I'm mentally screenshotting everything here. I'm stealing all of your information.
Nah.
Yeah. I'm a thief
Yeah.
in the night.
So I just saw this part and I thought it was cool. So we have, oh my god, my drawings were rough. They were rough. So we have this comet. He is a comet moth. He has fire. He has fire powers.
Stealing from my girl? How could you do this?
How could you? So we got panel 1. Panel 2.
Nice.
I like panel 2.
I actually do like panel 2. Your fire projectile, very nice in there. Love that. Nice arrow of light.
Panel 3. This looks cooler from further away.
I can imagine.
Yeah, and then you got like, oh my god, that was so cool! I can't wait to see the results in the lab. I can't do a Tails voice.
You gotta
anymore.
do the. Yeah, I can't do Tails either. Sonic. You gotta play Sonic Heroes, Sonic.
Yeah.
I hate Sonic Heroes. Anyway, wow.
Anyway, do I have any other cool shots? Not really. I do have this one. Oh, I actually like these three shots. About 20 minutes later. This comes before that.
Oh, hi, Sides.
It went far.
Oh.
20 minutes later. Kaboom.
Boom.
I just like the light coming out.
I do too. I appreciate the light. It's very well
You got the
rendered.
The mutual rendered. I don't know. It's barely a render. It's mostly sketch. I think this was in my thing where I was like, I'll draw it all out now and then I'll make it good later, and then I never continued it.
Right. I've done that many times. Don't feel bad.
There was a point where I was gonna go back and redraw all of it, and I was like,
I don't want to. Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm done. I think I'm good. I'm okay.
Yeah, I think I'm ready to move on.
Yeah. And you know what? That's totally understandable. Happens to the best of us. I really wish I had my what's it called plugged in right now. My external SSD. I have an SSD that I keep everything on for this, for like all my art. I didn't plug it in, and I gotta plug it in before the stream because I have to unplug the USB connector thing to plug it in, and it's a pain in the butt. Otherwise, I'd plug it. I drank Dr. Pepper way too close to bed, so now I'm not allowed to sleep. If I do, my whole schedule will be fucked. I'm sorry, Sides.
Pepper.
I've
only had Dr. Pepper once, and I can only describe it as a liquefied licorice.
That's not inaccurate. Wow. See, if I could only, like, I wish I had time. I wanna do more like deep dive, detailed render stuff like this. I never feel like I have time to do any of it. I really want to though. It's just so fun.
Secret.
Yeah.
Give you a secret on how I did this background.
How'd you do this?
I cheated.
Game
I did
screenshot.
a sketch of the outline, and then I filled it all in with gray, and then I did value shading because value shading is easy, and then I put a color layer on top.
Fair enough.
And it was done in like 20 minutes. Wahoo!
I like that. I like that a lot. I am not that quick with my backgrounds. I always take an absurd amount of time. Less is more. I gotta. Backgrounds are the tough thing. I'm not used to building environments as much yet.
Actually, let me show you.
You see that a lot.
Let me show you the
in my
definition of less is more. Right here in my The Church Found the Yowie drawing.
Yeah, that is less is more. You just did a window.
Flat gray, slightly purple rectangle in the background, gradient to yellow, 2 squares on top. The bottom is literally scribbles if I got rid of Katana. Poster in the background, literally scribbles on top. Vines, easy.
That does look. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I gotta change my approach to that, because typically when I do character stuff, I always draw the character, I spend a ton of time on the character, and then I'm like, I'll just do like a gradient for the background. I'll just throw a gradient back there. Yeah. I mean, I have done you've seen some of my work, so you know, like I do backgrounds, but not
You do background.
Not frequently, because I'm lazy. But
No.
when I do them, I go all the way in.
Frequently does.
Yeah. When I do them
Like,
a lot,
people who frequently do backgrounds are too powerful.
They are too powerful. They are insanely powerful. They need to be stopped. We need to stop them. They need to be put down. Yeah. I've got like
in
so many pieces.
This comic,
yeah.
Literally nothing in the background. Beige void.
Yeah, see, I could do stuff like that. I gotta do
need
that.
a background. It is
The one that I had the easiest time with, out of all the pieces that I've done with a background, ironically, was where is it? It's I think it might genuinely be the channel banner that I did for this channel, for my Twitch channel, because I made like a few buildings and then I just copied them and changed the colors. And then I just cloned the windows.
I'm pretty sure I did that when I drew your background.
Fair enough. You know, because I don't like drawing buildings.
Like,
you don't like drawing buildings.
Rectangle, rectangle, slightly bluer rectangle, slightly more purple rectangle.
I did that for Mariah's thing too, for her channel banner. I totally did that shit. Actually, I could pull that up. Do I have it signed? I do. Yeah. I did that for Mariah's banner. I have it on screen now. It's just rectangles.
I couldn't see because my phone turned off.
You can see it later. Just go watch the VOD on YouTube. It's cool.
Yeah, when it uploads in like those.
It'll be out tomorrow. Or yeah, in a couple hours. Oh shit! Speaking of which, I actually think I need to. Yeah, I need to wrap up. So, you like making landscapes in space? Well, that is great, Sides. And that's a skill that you should develop because people don't like drawing backgrounds. So if you do, you're one in a trillion.
There's the occasional time where I do like drawing backgrounds, and that's when you get cool stuff, and that's mostly because I want to be able to draw Jet Set Radio style cityscapes, because I'm creating shit and I need my creatures to have an inhabitant place.
Dude, anything in that Jet Set Radio style always makes my life so much better. I could eat for years from that. Actually, the reason I was drawing Crazy Taxi today was because literally I played it last week, and then the day after I played the game, Sega puts out a teaser. Apparently, there's a 7-second teaser now on the social media page for Crazy Taxi, which hadn't had an upload in 7 years, mind you. Just like the Jet Set Radio one. Hasn't had an upload since the PC port came out. All of a sudden, randomly, they just put out a teaser for the new game. So I guess it's getting announced, or at least we're going to get something related to it probably in the next week or two, because I know Summer Games Fest is at the end of next week. So there's a non-zero chance we hear about that, and if we hear about that, that means Jet Set Radio isn't far off because they started development at the same time, so we might be hearing about Jet Set Radio 3 soon. Fingers freaking crossed, because I need more. I need HD screenshots of Shibuya Cho so that I can actually start doodling them. I want to doodle them all. Hello, friend.
This my OC from before, the smug little bastard that is Spider Jason.
I love it. I love it so much.
I drew this when I realized something about the fandom. I'm just like, man, why do people ship these two characters together? Oh, it's because one is dog coded and the other is cat coded. It's like, ugh. How did I not realize?
Oh.
The dog coded one is a rage baiter, by the way, and the cat coded is a rage baited.
Oh, that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna wrap up here, guys. Thanks everybody for coming out. I'm shocked that you all did. If somehow you're watching this later, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Follow on Twitch. New stuff coming. New art coming, hopefully soon. I gotta speed up on that. I'll try and do some scribble backgrounds and make some fun little doodles for you all to enjoy. But until then, you all have been great. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.